Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of FoolTopia here in City Skylines. Guys, last episode we started to expand more of a downtowny vibey area to this wonderful little paradise, and it kind of gave us that little, well, I was kind of saying it gave us that like New York, Manhattan vibes. A lot of you people saying it looks nothing like New York, which I understand because, you know, we don't have highways going around the edge of the coast. I understand, guys, but just use your imagination. Just kind of, you know, just use your imagination slightly. Someone said it looked more like Brooklyn, which I understand, but that's just kind of where I got my inspiration from. It's a peninsula that's very, very dense in terms of buildings and people. That is the only inspiration I took from New York City. So just use your inspiration, and together with our mind powers, we can believe it's New York City almost, kind of, a little bit-ish, maybe, just a tiny bit. Yeah, right, guys? Someone said to call it Fool Hatton as well, which I thought is a brilliant name. So I want to do some more expansions on that. I want to try and get some services in that area too, because they're kind of screaming out for some services. Expand them a little bit more. Sort out some bus routes around it, hopefully get the population up a little bit more to buy another piece of land, and just continually to try and grow this wonderful paradise that is FoolTopia. Now guys, if you enjoyed this, 1, smash that like button down below. 2, if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe. And 3, let me know what you want me to focus on in the next episode in the comment section too. So here it is, the beauty that beholds FoolTopia. I want to change some of the bus routes as well. Now we've got this area set up, but I want to kind of build upon this area first before we do that. So we unlock our next piece of land at 9,000 residents. So we got to bear that in mind. So let's first get some services in this area first. So we'll go with policing first, the police department. And we can pretty much go with 2 versions of a police station to begin with. Either the normal, regular one, which has like a patrol capacity of 10. Which, if I placed it there, doesn't really stretch very far. Or this one has a patrol capacity of 25. Costs 1,600 to uphold, but it spreads a little bit further. I'm just going to try and figure out where I would want it. I mean, I could pull it on the roundabout, or give it a good access to the roundabout here, which I think would be pretty sweet. But I don't know if I want it very close to all this, unless I just throw it up here, maybe. I like the idea of placing it kind of here. So I'm going to drop one there. It's quite expensive, but we're kind of at that point now where we're going to need stuff like that. Fire department, we go for quite the large one as well, which costs us 1,400. So I'm spending 3,000 pretty much when it comes to our services in and around this place. So we need to drop down some zoning pronto, boys. So we got, as you can see, some high density zoning already placed in. I want to get some paths added in as well, so it makes it a little bit more walkable before we do continually drop down all the other stuff. So paths here. And we do have a little crossing little area, which is kind of perfect. Make sure that's connected. There we go. Which is kind of perfect for where it is, because of the areas that we do have set up. Well, that kind of dismisses that a little bit, doesn't it? Right, if I drag it over, there we go. Beautiful. So it just enables us to kind of, or have the residents cross over to this side a little bit more easier, rather than walking and crossing over there. If that makes sense. We'll throw some in some other spots too, to try and make this area as walkable as possible. So do a little cut through like sections like that, which would be really, really handy. And I do want, even though there's no crossing there, but I'll continue it just there. Oh, I don't like how that is now kind of shaping up to be. So what if I continue that down straight? There we go. Continue like the little alley walkway through, which is really cool. When it comes to this, it's a long walk to go around. Granted, I could create, or give them the ability to walk across onto the little roundabout that we do have set up. But I don't know if that is going to be the best option for us. It all depends. If I can get the public transport just right, then we shouldn't have any issues, to be honest, should we? So if I continue that, going through, created that to there, then we shouldn't really have much issues. I don't need to do it on either sides because it's very easy to walk around. No issues there. I will No, we don't need to do there because it's highway type roads. So I feel like that's okay for now. So let's get some more zoning in them. Okay then, so we want all high density around here. I'll put it back into play mode so we can see what we're doing. And I want it all the way up to the kind of highway building here. Now why is that connected? Oh, hold on, I just realised something. Pause. That is actually going to go through. And I don't want it to do that. There we go, it cuts off. Make sure it's done it on the other areas as well. Yeah. Sometimes it does that, like it kind of merges the path through. And you don't really want that to happen. So I place this down to there as well. I don't know how far I'll probably take. I'll probably just take it there. I want to probably keep it off this road to begin with. And we're just going to see how it plays out. But if I kind of get it all around this area to begin with. And then we just kind of see how it plays out. So just drop down in all the little nooks and crannies, all the little gaps, the high density stuff. We don't have a huge amount of demand for it. I mean, whatever's placed there will eventually get disappeared when we build the road over. We don't have like a huge demand for residential. We do have a little bit of commercial that needs to be thrown in as well. And we will get some of that in. So I'm thinking, because it then starts to merge into high density residential, maybe go for a little bit of high density commercial. But then again, we don't even have the education levels for, you know, for there to be enough educated people living there. I mean, working there, sorry. So I feel like we'll just keep it low density for now. I'm just kind of take it up to there. We do low density there as well. And that'll be nice. So we'll have a little fast forward session then. Let's try and get some of this all added in. And yeah, I want to change this to Fool Hatton, because I thought that was a really good name. So Fool. I spelled Fool wrong. Yeah, I'm going to put it with a capital H as well, just because. Boom. Fool Hatton. I like that. I really do like it. So we're down to 7 grand. We don't really have a lot of money left in the bank right now. So let's, while that kind of slowly starts to build up, why don't we take a look at some of our bus routes now then. So we have a couple. And they're good and everything like that. But I feel like we've got one too many extra that we don't need. Like we have this Strawberry Coast coming to Walnut Hills, and then a separate one going from then to the industrial area and vice versa back. Let me kind of just view these quickly. So we kind of like hover over them. So that one is Strawberry Coast and back. This one is Strawberry Coast to the forestry area. That one is Strawberry Coast to the industrial area. And then this one is Walnut to the industrial area. So I feel like I need to change them slightly. I feel like I do. What I'm thinking is, we need one that goes from Strawberry Coast to Bedford and back. That's one. I feel like we need one that goes around Fool Hatton to Walnut and back. And then we need one that goes from Strawberry to Walnut to the industrial area. So we're basically creating 3 loops that each one overlaps the other one, if that makes sense. I feel that's what we kind of semi-need to do. But it's how we approach the Fool Hatton one. So it would be nice to use the outskirt road as the bus stops. So they come down the centre. And then they take the outskirt road. So if we created one stop there. Let me cancel that one. No, yeah, so place one stop there. We'll do one stop here. It might cause issues with the traffic, but you never know. I might upgrade this to a bus lane road. And then if it comes in, and then we add in a stop. Because these 2 stops here will be good for, they're walkable to that area and this area pretty much. And then we create a stop here. We'll then do a stop there. We'll do a stop there. They're very walkable, easy to get to. We'll do a stop here. And then we do one on the opposite side of the road. So if you are in this area, you ain't got to get on the bus stop there to go all the way around and off you go. You can get to the easiest side. And then we'll bring this up to Walnut, which will make the stop just there. And then bring it back down, because we don't have to take it into Walnut, because, again, it's very walkable. So it kind of makes sense, doesn't it? So when it comes back to the bus routes now, this one here goes to Strawberry Coast. Let's get rid of that. And then that one goes over to there. Let's get rid of the yellow one too. So the orange one here will move this stop to... Right, if I put it there, I'm going to have to create a stop there. I'm trying to get the orange and create a stop there as well. So it just uses that to turn around and come back out. And that goes to the industrial area, which is perfect. And I feel like... Now, we don't need to put one on either side, but we'll kind of then drag it from here. Have I done that right? Oh, I've dragged the wrong one. I've dragged the blue route. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let me cancel that there. There we go. I mean to drag the orange route. We'll drag it from here. Right, I've got it sorted in my head. You just got to kind of bear with me for a second. Right. So the blue and the orange overlap. And they overlap here, as you can see. The orange goes from Strawberry Coast to Walnut to the industrial area. And then the green one, which the green one here, you can see then overlaps the... Oh, we've reached 9,000. We'll come back to that in just a second. The green one overlaps the orange route. So you kind of get that now? So this route overlaps the orange. Basically, the orange overlaps the other two. So there's 3 bus routes now. Just make it a lot more easy and accessible. So if I give them names... so this is... And this will make it easier for me to understand. So Strawberry... Should put it straw to Bedford. The orange one is straw. Oh, I didn't press enter. So straw to... Oh, what's our thingy called? Hang on, let me... It's called Walnut, right? Yeah, Walnut Hills. Straw to Walnut. To Ind, which is industrial. Straw to Bedford. And then this one is Fulhatton to Walnut. There we go. So Fulhatton to Walnut, Straw to Walnut to Industrial. Beautiful. Okay. We'll see how that goes then. So, wherever you want to go, you need to either get 1 or 2 buses, basically. Or 3, if you're going from Fulhatton all the way to the Bedford area. But yeah, I mean, we'll see how that kind of goes. There was a stop here somewhere, isn't there? For this bus. I'm trying to remember where it stops. Oh, it's right here. Well, you can see so many people waiting right now. Which is cool. I think the bus is already full, isn't it? Yeah. Let me pause. So we'll see how that rock and rolls then. As long as we can handle those lines, we should be good. Right, I can't place any more residential at the minute because our commercial is through the roof right now. So let's pause. Let's delete that for a second. And let's place down a little bit more commercial. So we'll take the commercial up to there. And we'll do that little spot too. And I think that is as much as the back area you want to do commercial. I'll get rid of that there. And we'll get this section as our little shopping area. So you continue it over to there. And that's probably as much as you want to do for commercial in this whole area. I don't want to overdo it with the commercial. Because I want them to do, I want to create our industrial area. I want to create, you know, have that all set up and running. So it looks, the island's handling it pretty well. We got to watch what we do with this traffic before we have to update the whole intersection. Oh, I forgot to put the power back. Zodiac, boy, you're damn foolish. Right, there we go. Back up and running, guys. Don't worry. So should we get some more farming in this area then? So place down a few extra farms. Well, that's a bit awkward and weird, isn't it? Okay, we'll get rid of that. A few extra farms now being placed down. Let's drop them here, there, and everywhere. Satisfy those demands. Let the farmland build up. A few extra jobs and stuff. And that'll bring... is all the zoning? No, not all the zoning has been fulfilled for the residential, so they've still got more to bring in. What did we actually unlock on the last one? So a new area. New college campus stuff. New roads. Large crematorium. Track and field stadium. Garbage clicked out. Water treatment plant. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So let's buy this area now then. For 11,700. So we've completed this whole peninsula and I can bring the road and connect it up. Now the thing is, we're going to have the road connect to this here. This road. But I've got to make it nice and long and windy almost, because I don't want that to be treated as a shortcut to get over to Full Hatton. I do want them to use this route. So I've got to make sure I don't accidentally create a shortcut. So that will be fun. Right, okay. So we've got the basic road here. So I need to also watch the land curvature. So I kind of need it to... If I did like that... that's a bit much if I cut through there. Right, we can deal with that almost. And basically what we're doing is, if I do this, stick that out to there, stick out to there, and then cross it, we then create our beautiful bends. To get these guys up and running. We'll create like a more of a longer bend here. There we go. It kind of just bends round. And then we'll kind of just bring and continue to swing this around. We'll do some terraforming in just a second. But it's basically going to go round up to here. And then down. Which I'm hoping that oh, I don't know if it's going to make it long enough. Okay, we'll try something. So let's see what we would do here then. So the road... Complete straight here. Can go up to there. And then we pretty much want it to bend round. So like that. And if I delete it back by one each, we can create the curve. That's the wrong road. So to take away from it, you can maybe put like a little lighthouse on the end, which would be really cool. And then bring that down. Now if we go to bend this in, it's making the road longer than what it is. Go straight there. But pull that back. So I'm basically making the road longer than what it needs to be. It's going to be like a small little town just here as well. Nothing major. Nothing major at all. But if you make it long and wide and bendy, it just takes away from it being a shortcut route. So this will come off here, obviously. So if I bring this off there, beautiful and bendy. There we go. Now I'm going to bend it in and pull it back out. So I like using this curvy one. And then see what we can get out of this. Looks like a weird head, doesn't it? It's like there's someone's shoulders and they're pointing in that direction. It's like I've created a person's head, like an alien head. I mean, it's cool, but it is slightly weird. It is slightly weird what we've done. So let's pull that back a bit. I wasn't liking that thing we created it earlier as well. Alright, delete that back a bit. Because I want some space to build anyway. So I just don't want to take... I want to make this like too crazy and hectic. So if we bend it like that, there'll be roads sprawling off either side. But I'm going to leave it for like 5, you know, I won't say 5 minutes, but I'll leave it for a bit. Just to see if anyone starts to use that and just to see if that then becomes the shortcut route. That'd be really interesting to see. Right, how is those people on this bus stop here? This is where we kind of need to look at it and then play around with the bus routes now. So, transportation. So there's a lot of people waiting on this one. A couple of 100 people waiting at the bus stop. So we'll bring this up to 16 vehicles. And where are these stops? There's one there. And then one further up the road. So we do need a couple extra vehicles on the scene. We'll take it to 20 buses on this one. Because there is only going to be more people moving in. Why can't I get rid of this now? There we go. This bus route, Straw to Walnut. They're all over there. How many people on this route? 12 buses. We're bringing this one to 18. And the other one seems to be fine. There's only 24 passengers. They all seem to be over here, but they get picked up and stuff anyway. So there's no issues. I can't get rid of this. There we go. Took a while. So, do we see anybody using this? There's one vehicle here, which is a police car. So I don't know whether they're just generally patrolling. But I don't feel like anyone's using it as a faster route to go around. Unless you come down here, obviously there's no way to turn around at this point, is there? So you've kind of got to hit this long road. Obviously, until we place in like little routes. So, just want to create a little sprawl. That's all I really want to do. So, create a little sprawl out here. So, bring this up by 20. If I create one over here too. This will be the road that makes them turn around if they need to. There we go. They'll just kind of finish up the area because they're kind of going down and like not stopping. That will kind of just bring them to an end. So yeah, I want to create like a little sprawl over here. Just something, you know, a little bit cool. So what would it look like if I tried to connect? It's too much of a bend, isn't it? Let's not go down that route. Alright, bring this out to here. And then push that up there. So if I took that one to there. Almost semi-replicated that turn. Just bring that one in a bit more. Just as like, we're not going to create like a huge town or city there or anything like that. It's just something a little bit extra. It might even be a little bit of industry, to be honest. We'll just see how it goes. But it's enough there. And it doesn't, I mean, I'm about to say it doesn't change any bus routes. Yeah, it wouldn't do because there's nothing really going over there. It's going to be some industry to some form. But we are ticking along quite nicely right now, which is really cool. We can maybe even add like some kind of like leisure over here. Thinking like maybe like a soccer field or a baseball field or something like that. Like a sporting event, or it could be eventually where the town or university would be or something like that. That would be kind of cool. Right, let's see what we can add in stuff like that. I was searching it earlier and having a look at it at the baseball field. It'd be nice to get something like this down somewhere. Like integrated into the metropolis that we are creating. So I feel like that's a nice little spot here for a baseball field. And if we go back to our regular parks and get some parks in now to start building up some leisure for this area. So we've got the usual. We can go to the park with trees. This has got the concrete floor, which would be really cool. It's just where do we get it in? It's a bit too big for that one. It's a small park here I could squeeze in. The large playground. Large playground will fit in. Oh, it's a little bit too big, that one is. Oh no, hang on, I clicked on the wrong one. There we go. That fits in quite glamorous. In a spot like that. Let me take off the ×9 as well. That fits in quite glamorous there. It just kind of breaks up the metropolis that will become this little area. So what else would be kind of handy? I need like kind of dense stuff. So none of that. Oh. I mean, I can go for the plaza stuff as well. The plaza stuff would be handy. It just comes down to where we fit it in. So one just next to the path there. It makes it accessible. And it should bring some leisure to this area anyway. It really should. And we just need something extra. So we have the large cinema, which would be perfect for this area because of how dense it is. So I think we should squeeze it just there. Just got to sort out the terraforming now. Right, let's try and smooth it first and see what we get out of this, which we're probably not going to get a lot. So why don't I try to raise the... I mean, the building is quite large, isn't it? Maybe actually we just don't put it there. I'll come back and re-terraform that in just a second. So pause it next. I do want the cinema in this area. Ah, okay, we'll throw it here. And we can play around with this terraforming here. This is not as bad now. So then smooth this off. There we go. Smooth off this mound I just created. And replace down the commercial. Which will be nice. So these areas are not, they won't have power because it's not, accessible just yet. But we're getting somewhere. So we do need more commercial. That is a given. We do need a little bit more commercial. So I feel like we're going to have to place it over here, aren't we? We really are. I don't want to create or connect that through there because that would then just cause a cut through, which I don't want. So that's probably going to have to stay as it is. I mean, if I brought it out by one more. I just don't want it to connect to this. But then again, there's nothing wrong with it connecting to it, is there? Just maybe not that type of connection. So maybe I have it bend. Let's get rid of these for a second. So bring that out by a bit there. Bring this out a tad. I've used the wrong road type again. So it bends a little bit, which is not bad. And it'd be nice if I could create that effect there, so it makes this road also, you know, usable. And then I think we'll keep that there because it's now starting to sprawl up a bit. We'll leave it as it is. We'll throw in some piping in this area. I know what I want to do with it, but it's like that's the only issue I've got with this now. So I know what I want to do with a lot of areas, but you just can't do it until you've unlocked the stuff you want to use, which makes it quite funny, doesn't it? Okay, so let's get the zoning in first then. So this is all pretty much going to be like a commercial strip, and what we'll do is we'll quickly zone it and we'll add a specialization onto it, because that's something we haven't done yet in FoolTopia. He's added any specialized, well, you know, I mean, a lot, well, proper like specializations on, you know, not just like calling the Chester District. Give me some name suggestions for what we could call this in the comment section down below. We'll call it Chester District for now. Policies, city planning. Oh no, it's not. We don't do it there, do we? We do it in the over here. So commercial specializations. We could either go. Tourism, leisure specialization. Well, do you know what? We're going to go leisure. Make it basically what leisure does here, specializing in leisure activities that have more vibrant nightlife, many options for daytime relaxation as well. This makes it the commercial zones active 24/7, so there'll be always a buzz around this area with that, and just pretty much makes more noise as well. So we would want a bus route, probably to go from Strawberry Coast to Full Hatton and stop in Chester District. That would be nice. So we should probably build this up a little bit more than what it actually is. So if I actually just filled all this in with commercial. Right. Just a whole little section there. We'll add in little walkways now. Alright, get rid of that. Just to make it as accessible as we possibly can. There we go. That should be fairly good. It's going to need power, we know this. So when they start dropping, when the buildings start getting dropped in, we do have that demand for commercial as well. But we probably don't have that demand for the leisure type of commercial though. That could be another interesting thing that we don't really have at the moment. So we'll let that kind of like tick along. But why don't we just kind of pre-set up or pre-zone? Or yeah, just kind of do it now. So this is predominantly going to be, as you see, residential. But I think we should place in some commercial to some degree. And I think we do like a nice little commercial spot here. Towards the bottom of the corner there. And then we do a nice little commercial spot leading round to this. Where it then becomes more residential. So I feel like that will be a nice addition to the area. So it might be some time before we see some growth in that area. But we do need to work on our industrial area. So while that kind of grows a little bit more, let's actually take a look at our commercial area. So we've got these little cut-in points here, which we'll bring down. And we'll do the same on this side. It's going to destroy some buildings, but hey-ho. It's what we have to do. Right, we'll keep it like that. There's not like... I'm going to eventually redo this whole area. There's not a lot I can do at the moment. So just pause to get rid... Let me get out of the roads. Of the way the electricity grids are being dropped. Add in some more industrial areas. To satisfy the demand. We'll take off the industry on the entry point. And as it builds and adds itself in. Quickly now. Is this the only area it's not going to add it in? There we go. Everyone else should have power again. Oh, some of them don't have water. Oh yeah, because I've done a terrible water job. Alright, there we go. Satisfy all those demands, then grow the other districts and areas. And we're not really seeing any major traffic issues either, are we? We're really not. Bus routes are going round. How are those bus stops? When's the next bus coming? So as it comes, it's already 30% filled up. So nothing much changes there. This next one comes. It's already 30% filled up. So we might need more buses on that route. Are we making any money off the buses yet? Of course we're not. But we are making quite a nice chunk of change. That's always good to see. I won't do any bus routes over here until that area's set up. I'm seeing some vehicles use this now. Now I've created this road here. It is to a certain degree a shortcut route. But only if you're in this area. Only if you're in that area. It's not being predominantly used by it yet. But, I mean, I suppose the few cars that do use it take a little bit of slack off this road anyway. Because this roundabout's getting a little busy now, isn't it? Wow. Okay, didn't expect that to happen. We've unlocked a new baseball park, solar plant, and a third loan. Now, let's handle this road here. I feel like we should semi-turn this into a bus route road. Just to handle the traffic. So, bus lane. Pause. Let's let them slightly update. I don't think that bus had chance. Right. Okay, it's all updated. So the vehicles now should get into the correct lanes, basically. But they are seeming to stop and start a lot. I mean, I could put the bus routes back into Walnut Hills just to take the traffic off the main road. But it was nice how they could just cut through and off they go again. But when you are handling quite a lot of traffic, it's probably best for our sake that we put them in the back in the. We'll see. Okay, we'll trial and error this now. So if I cancel both of those, drag this one over here, drag that one over there. We're going to trial and error this, which means this road is going to go back to what it originally was. So 2 lanes of beauty right now. We'll have a little fast forward session just to like get the traffic flowing and moving again. So it moves. It does its thing. No skin off our nose. But we do get some type of build-up. So I don't know whether that's because of the bulk of traffic that we had. Whether it's because of all the start-stopping they're now trying to do. So there's got to be ways in which we can improve this area. So, first things I'll take off traffic lights. And junction restrictions will make the vehicles back up. So they're constantly flowing on both of these. I won't do any lane management just yet. I just want to see how this changes things. So we'll just give it like a minute or two for the traffic to hopefully clear itself. Well, that's a point as well. When you get the backup of vehicles coming in. We are seeing quite a lot of vehicles. Is this because they're all trying to fill up this area? This could be the initial traffic that's just moving everybody in. This is what it could be. We have now... Oh, this area is coming up and... is pretty much up and running right now. Right, I'm hoping this will work. Right, that will work and give it power. Yeah, traffic is now disappearing, but it's the whole... because they take a while to stop and start. So maybe we make the bus routes over here. So if I pull it up there... yeah, if I drop them on that side there, they've got to come up and round, so it will make the trail of buses behind a little bit longer. So it will get the traffic off the main road. That's my thought process behind it. Whether it's going to work or not, I don't know. There'll only be one way to find out. But this traffic is flowing nicely. It is clearing in its own weird way. This area's coming together a lot. Does it have water? Oh, water. Oh, okay. Right, let me sort that out with the water issues. We've actually unlocked the big boy right now, which I'm gonna actually use that instead. Now, how much water does that suck up compared to the others? It sucks up a lot. But that should have handled our water needs dramatically. So you should have water. You just don't have anybody, not enough workers or anybody with education levels that are needed. So did we add in any education? We haven't. We haven't at all. So it'd be nice to add some education in now. So elementary school we'll get in. And, wait, what's this? This is a bus depot. Right, we get elementary school just there. And we'll squeeze them on the other side of the town. So there's two in that town. We'll we'll get one in Walnut. And I'll place it just here to kind of minimize the amount of buildings that I do destroy. And I'll get two around here as well. So we'll squeeze the first one in here. So it's a good little... there's the walking paths either side. So handle this quite nicely. And we'll get one over here as well. We'll get next to the baseball park. So that gives us a bunch of elementary. So we'll just having those for now because it does get quite expensive. I'm going to see how that demand goes. Alright, there's got to be a better way with these buses. So what if I did it like this? I put the blue route on the opposite side of the road. All I got to do is cross the road when they want to connect. It just pretty much means now that the buses, there's two lanes in a way. So the blue haven't got to wait for as many as there is orange in front of them to disappear. They can just get on their way and just clear everything a lot sooner, a lot easier, a lot quicker. Yeah. Yeah. So is this the point where we upgrade the roundabout to a 2-laner? So that's a 2-way. I need a 2-lane. Oh. We got rid of a little bit of the power grid. So we got a little bit of a 2-laner on the go right now, which makes them flow a little bit quicker. But we are getting those traffic issues starting to arise, which is why we need to then look at other forms of transportation, public transportation, so to speak. So, yeah. It is starting to build up slowly. Slowly but surely. This area is just, like, not working at the minute. It's literally just not working at the minute. But we do need everyone to be educated. I mean, one, there's not enough workers, and if there is workers, they're not educated workers. So it's going to suffer for a little bit, this whole area, until we get all the education levels met and added in. I'm thinking metro at some point. What do we unlock on the next little area? Population is 17,000. Another area we unlock, which we got 2 options. Let me know what you think about this. Do I then buy this area, connect this road up to the highway, so we can get some vehicles out of the city and solely using the highway to get in and out of the area? Let me know what you think about that. Or alternatively, I could buy and start to configure the industrial area more. Or maybe buy towards this area and set up something over here. We need a good solid place for some industrial stuff. But at the same time, this is probably too big of an industrial area already, because you got to think of how small the roads are and how small this little island is. I've got to be careful on how I do my industry. I mean, I could create a size like this, but I need to integrate offices in as well to kind of calm it down a bit, because there's a lot of traffic coming onto this. So I've got to create smaller pockets here, there, and everywhere. So we've got to play around with that. Residential demand is now back up and running. This area will eventually start upgrading as time goes on. Do we still have... Yeah, we still have the huge amounts of people waiting at the bus stop. And a lot of the buses already come fully loaded, so people aren't even getting onto those. Which is hilarious. Again, this is why we need to add in like a secondary way. Public transport way. So, imagine if you had like a little metro that went straight down to the industrial area. And then we just had one that went from Strawberry Coast and in. Would that be too much? Or do I just have like one for Full Hatton straight down to the industrial area? And then Strawberry Coast is all buses. I don't know how we would go about doing that or kind of configuring that. But it would be nice for you guys to let me know in the comment section what you think about that. This area is going to take a huge beating, like I said. It is what it is. Wait until everyone's educated enough, and then you'll have exactly what you need. We've already got 15% educated. Why don't we drop a high school in? We'll get it in over here somewhere. So I feel like we'll get it... We should get it down here, shouldn't we? Where's a good spot? Right, I'll squeeze it just there. So that already gives us half the capacity that we need for the demand, which is pretty cool. And that'll be integrated nicely as well. So it is coming along. Small little improvements here and there as we tick along right now. Let's put it back into play mode. Small little improvements. So we've kind of built or zoned the big bulk of Full Hatton. Only time will tell how it copes with the demands and extra stuff we add in. We've got this little leisure district because we're going to add in some cool stuff. I want to place like the soccer stadium over here at some point, as we create this like little leisure area. So we were kind of trying to bring tourism to the place, but I know full well we're going to need an airport. So, we could actually, I mean, would it be too much if I turn that little island into an airport? Oh man, the amount of stuff that we could do on this is crazy. I want to create this as another little city peninsula like Full Hatton as well. So we could use, it's hard to see if I go to free camera mode it. That island could be an airport as well. So much stuff we could do with this. There is a lot of stuff. We just got to be careful how we progress with it. Because you jam too much stuff in, you're just going to overdo it. And that's really what I don't want. We've got the traffic really good in this area too. It's just here, but then again, that is the only junction to get in and out of this whole area, which is why we probably need to set up the highway connection. I might do that next episode, guys. I might do that next episode to get that highway connection added in. Just to free up, I mean, it won't free up this roundabout as much, but people who are trying to exit the area are always going to go up to this roundabout. So if I can take 50% of them off and take the highway route, we could be onto a winner. But anyway, guys, hope you did enjoy this episode of FoolTopia. If you did, smash that like button down below. Until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.